Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chalk Talk with Josh today. Once again, I got my amateur little iPhone video going on here. But I wanted to talk a little bit about self-awareness today and how important that is to your success. I think people, fail in business and life because they don't even know who they are. They don't even know what their strengths and weaknesses are. And so they go through life not really having a map or having an end goal in mind and know how to get there. So many people are so focused on what they're not good at, and they're comparing themselves to everybody else versus understanding that, everybody else has something that they suck at, and they also have something that they're good at. So the worst thing that you can do is compare your insides with somebody else's outsides, right? So that kind of segues into this conversation that I want to talk about self-awareness. And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you like this video. If you get value from my videos, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give me a like, because I typically give a lot of value within my videos. And right now I'm uploading a video every single day teaching you how to build a life and business full of freedom, passion, and fulfillment. So also don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to tick the bell icon to be notified of all future videos that I upload when I upload them. So why is self-awareness so important? I think self-awareness is the key to success, is the key to happiness. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. I'm comfortable with my weaknesses because I realize that you can't be a jack of all trades. You can't be great at everything. You have to choose your poison. You have to bet on your strengths and sort of, outsource all your weaknesses. So let me talk about kind of what I believe that I'm good at, or what I really know that I'm good at. Number one, I'm consistent. I'm amazingly consistent, and I don't get caught up in the details. Why? Because I've tried to perfect things in the past. I tried to make sure that everything was correct, but guess what that did? It made me unhappy, it bogged me down, and it kept me from getting projects done. And so instead of focusing on editing my videos perfectly, if you notice, I don't even have an intro yet for my videos, because I realize how important it is to get content out and not so much about the details of the specific content. Plus, I know you guys, you'd rather just me get into the content versus you watch the same intro every single freaking video, right? So I know that, and I've experimented with that. Most people are afraid to experiment with different ideas and different, strategies because they don't want to fail, right? But I've learned that, as I try many, many different variables in my business, I find what works, what doesn't work. I also find what, social media platforms I'm good at, what social media platforms I suck at. And I wouldn't know that unless I had self-awareness, unless I knew what my strengths and my weaknesses were. Now, I truly believe that you can develop your weaknesses into your strengths. You may be at a point where you have no idea what those are, and the only way to find that out is to test, is through experience. So I've said this in some of my other videos. When I first got started on video, man, I was terrible. If I was to bet on my strengths then, the thing is, I didn't even know what my strengths were. I didn't even think that I had any developed strengths. And the only way for me to find that out was to experiment, was to go out there, try a bunch of different things, fell out at a lot of things, and find what I truly wanted to do, where I wanted to plant my flag, what I wanted to stick to. But the problem with most people is they are not patient enough to try many, 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 many different things. They're so afraid of failing, so afraid of it because of how we're wired. You get D's and F's in school. It means that you're stupid. It means that you're not going to amount to anything. And it's like we're graded throughout our whole entire lives. But it's like that first, song that you heard that made you want to maybe become a singer when you were younger. And so you went out there and you tried singing and you realized, hey, I'm actually pretty good at this, or I suck. And then you try sports. You play baseball, you play golf, you play soccer, you play football. And you give each of these a try, and then you eventually find that you're pretty good at one of them, or you see that you can develop a strength in one of them, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna really go, 100% all in with this one specific sport. And you end up doing that. And that's how it happened for me. I tried many different things. I did baseball, I did basketball, I did golf, I did soccer. The problem that I had growing up, and I probably could have done something pretty, I probably could have gone pretty far with one of these sports. But the problem with me was I had many strengths at each of these sports, but I couldn't make a decision on which one I wanted to go all in on. So we're all in different, situations. We're all in different parts of our lives. You may be in a situation where for a fact, hey, I'm really good at this. Then go all in on it. Don't mess around with the other stuff, right? I mean, if you're not passionate about it, that's another thing. But the key here, the really key message here is to become self-aware. And how do you become self-aware? You don't quit. You keep trying many different things. You keep experimenting. And you might get to a point where you're like, you know what, I tried this thing for so long. It's not my purpose. It's not my passion. It's not my mission in life. That's okay. You can take a step back, but don't completely quit. Don't get complacent. Keep moving, right? Success likes speed. Happiness likes growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. And you have to realize that we're either always going up as far as, status with our money, with our health, with our happiness, with our relationships, or we're going down. And to be self-aware of that and to ask a lot of questions is going to make a massive, massive difference in your life and what happens in the future. So if you're somebody that's young, if you're somebody that has no idea what you want to do, what you want to go into, what you're passionate about, what your vision is, and most of you aren't going to know this unless you've really sat down, like every single day, and you re-clarify on what your goals are. You write them down. You write down your thoughts. That's the best way to find out more about yourself. So in the micro, what you want to be doing is taking action every single day, experimenting. And then after that, take a step back and write everything down. How did you feel experimenting in that one thing? Do you feel like that's one of your strengths? Journal your thoughts. Just journal everything. If you can take everything in your head, put it down on paper, it's amazing the amount of clarity that you're going to get from that. So I wanted to create this video for you really quick today on self-awareness and how to obtain self-awareness. I really hope you got value from this video. If you did, let me know by commenting below. Let me know, do you believe you're a self-aware person? And if not, what steps are you gonna start taking today to become more self-aware? Are you gonna stop thinking and take more action? Are you gonna stop getting ready to get ready and just force yourself up in the morning to go and do, to experiment, to explore? Or are you going to sit back and are you gonna wait for something to happen for you? Entrepreneurs wake up, and if, just like everybody else, of course, but they wake up, and if they can't find a circumstance, they create circumstances. Okay, will that be you? I hope that will be you. So with that being said, if you got value from this video, give me a like, subscribe to this channel. And if you'd like to experiment, speaking of, and you'd like to try affiliate marketing and learn this business model, I've got my top recommended system below. I've tried many different things in the online marketing space. And one of the things that I resonated with was affiliate marketing. I stuck with it. I was persistent. I didn't quit after a few months. Now, I had a 2-year time limit on this. I actually wrote down, I'm gonna give this a solid 2 years. I'm gonna give it my all. And about 1.5 years in, man, that's when I had my breakthrough. I avoided all other distractions. I hope you do the same, whatever it is that you are attempting. So, give it 6 months, a year, 2 years, write it down. And don't quit early, because if you quit early, you might be at the point where you're just about to have a breakthrough. So Josh Elder signing off. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, you guys. Please subscribe. Talk to you soon.